Yo, what's popping? What's popping? Happy morning to you. Happy Monday morning to you. What's today? Happy March 30th today. What's popping with y'all? My fault, y'all. A little technical difficulties, but we back. But what's going on with y'all, man? What's popping? Can y'all hear me? Is my mic good? Let me see everything straight. I probably should have did all this before I did. I probably should have did all this before I got on the show, right? But what's popping, y'all? It's been a while. It's been a while. It has been a while. But nonetheless, we are here. It's been a good month. It's been a great week, an even better year. You know what I'm saying? But I wanted to tap in today. I really wanted to tap in today because it was something I really wanted to talk about. Like it really was something I really wanted to talk about. One of the things I wanted to talk about um had to do with before we get on that, hold on, let me check. Are y'all good today? Y'all tap in the comments in the box. Let me know if y'all good today, man. You know, I'm ready to get right into it. I've been anxious. I've been missing y'all. I've been missing talking. I've been missing vibing. It's been a good week. Working all the same old with me. Man, just being happy, being blessed. Just to catch up with y'all. Just being happy and being blessed. Make sure y'all follow us on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? The Instagram at the bottom. Make sure y'all follow us on TikTok at Swish 0470. Make sure y'all follow us on there. Make sure y'all follow us on Snapchat too. I'm gonna leave the Snapchat down there. So we just focusing on getting our followers up. You know what I'm saying? YouTube has been good to me. You guys have been great to me. Thank you for taking the time out of your day or whatever you're doing to listen to me. I really appreciate it, man. Um, yeah, it's super dope that y'all still hang with me. I know I tap in, I tap out, but I'm learning and trying to be more consistent. But you got everyday life going on too, though. You know what I mean? You got everyday life going on, so I try to make it, especially when I'm going through stuff too. I try to make, I sure I come through here and share some of my thoughts and my experiences and what's going on with me with you guys. You know what I'm saying? I've been meaning to get down to make a video. It's just life be moving so fast. Like I swear, it seemed like ever since the times changed, like the time, like that daylight savings time, it seemed like ever since that time changed, it's been more like they just been going like this, like this, like this. It's just been going, 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 going. It's like damn. So yeah, by the time I look up, it's 12 o'clock at night. You know what I'm saying? But so again, I appreciate y'all for tapping in. I appreciate y'all for listening. Appreciate y'all for subscribing. Um, Definitely tap in with me on leaving the comments. If you like it, don't like it, you want to debate, leave your name, whatever. You can tap in the comments. And like I said, follow me on Instagram. I got my TikTok at the bottom. So shit, let's get into it. What bring me today, what bring me here initially today is okay, listen. The Dwayne Wade, the Dwayne Wade disrespect as far as basketball, the Dwayne Wade disrespect has to stop. Okay, like I understand why people mad at him about his son and things of that nature, but that's his business. That's what in his household we can't control what another man does in his household. We just can't control that. You know what I mean? So, but as far as Dwayne Wade, the basketball player, the disrespect has to stop, bro. Like the disrespect. If this guy is not easily the top 3, 4 shooting guard to ever play the game, it's like, come on, bro. Like you got niggas like Patrick. We gonna say his name right, Patrick Beverly. This guy talking about the disrespect that he got for Dwayne Wade and things of that nature, bro. Talking about he barely a Hall of Famer, all this other shit. Like, bro, are you serious? Do we not remember what Dwayne Wade did in '06? Do we not understand what Dwayne Wade, LeBron James, and Carmelo did for the NBA when they entered the league in 2003, the year before Jordan retired? and nobody was fucking watching the NBA after that? Are we fucking serious right now? Like, dude, Dwayne Wade averaged 30 fucking 5 in the finals, bro. And we talking about an NBA that was, the NBA was, you was only winning the game 80 to 88. Niggas weren't scoring 150 like they do today. Niggas weren't scoring 125, which I think that's bullshit anyway, because it shows you there's no defense being played in the game. So that's why it's hard to watch the NBA for guys like me and old school guys like me. I like to see some fucking defense and physicality, which the NBA don't produce no more. But in those times, when you had Kobe Bryant averaging 30 and they was winning the game 79 to 71, and he was dropping 40 against defenses that was set against him, you gonna disrespect Dwayne Wade like that? Bro, niggas try to say, well, what about Tracy McGrady? Tracy McGrady's career just wasn't long enough. I'm sorry. Tracy McGrady was a good player, great player, athletic, 6'9", can do everything. His career, how his career played out with injury, he just don't have a long enough, pass. He wasn't able to do shit. Where you got a Dwayne Wade who's fucking 3-time NBA champion. I think he has a finals MVP. Like whatever fuck are we talking about? Then niggas be like, oh, well, he had Shaq on the 06 team. Bro, okay, Shaq gave you a solid 19, 20 points a game that year. He did. But Dwayne averaged 35 in the finals with some old niggas. Let's remember the team. You had Antoine Walker. You had the Shaquille O'Neal, Gary Payton, Jason, what was his name? You had White Chocolate, fucking Lonzo Mourning. I think James Posey was on that team. Like what the fuck are we talking about right now? And there's no disrespect to those guys, but those guys was they were on the down end of their careers. Dwayne Wade was the young fella, and like Gary Payton said, Shaq didn't want to give the reins up. Gary Payton had to go tell Shaq, hey, it's his time. Give it to the young fella. Give it to the young fella. So what the fuck are we talking about? And we just understand this. The boy was already bone on one knee when he came into the NBA. So like the Dwayne Wade disrespect has to stop. Like, bro, like again, I'm talking about basketball player Dwayne Wade on the NBA, on the court. I can't speak about what he does off the court. That's not none of my fucking problem. I'm talking about Dwayne Wade, the basketball player. Get the fuck out of here with the disrespect. Because Michael Jordan's easily the number one shooting guard in the fuck NBA history. Most decorated, 6 championships, tons of all-stars, first teams. Come on now. Then it's Kobe Bryant, 5-time NBA champion. Come on, we all know who Kobe is. Dwayne Wade is number 3. This is my top 5 shooting guards. Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Dwayne Wade, Allen Iverson, James Harden. And yes, I have James Harden in my top 5. Now, people can say, oh, that 5th spot could be debatable. It can be. But the reason I have James Harden here, because James Harden scoring, he was on damn near Kobe level as far as scoring. The only thing with James Harden, he don't have no hardware. He don't have the playoff. You don't have that playoff James. That's the knock on James Harden. And I give you that. But you can't knock what James Harden did for scoring in the game. The man had a 17-game stretch when it was 35, 40, 45, 50, 40, 40, 30. Like, the boy was going crazy. So you cannot knock James Harden. But my top 5 as far as shooting guards is set, bro. So we was tapping in, and what got me pumped was I was looking at this video. Hold on. I was looking at this video. That's what got me pumped.
You know how talented you have to be the youngest MVP. That means you're an MVP in an era where there was a Kobe Bryant playing like an MVP, a LeBron James, or Kevin Durant. Those guys were still in the league at a very, very high level, and you won an MVP. Just like if Wemby wins this MVP, it is a very big deal because of who's in the league doing what at this level, right? Now, if Wemby wins his MVP and then he gets hurt, knock on wood, he doesn't, and he don't have a career after that, he's not going to be a Hall of Famer because it's the body of work that is being done over your career. It's the longevity of a career that makes you a Hall of Famer, not small moments. But, you know, the Chicagoans and the Chicago guys are going to always defend their Chicago guys. But I think just Dame Lillard itself was just a bad example, because it's the Hall of Fame. It's about you and your product through your basketball career. And that's all it is. But that was he shouldn't have used that guy.
Well, he also made commentary on one of our guys.
But I know we will put it in but for Hooper, Derrick Rose is MVP. I mean, Derrick Rose is a Hall of Famer, just like Penny would have been a Hall of Famer if he's not into him. You know what I mean? Like, we have our hoop Hall of Famers, right? Who should fucking Marbury should be a Hall of Famer, right? Ginobili, Tony Parker, right? All those guys, yes, of course. And someone from my era who don't get the credit, but longevity, plus he hooped.
If you do all this for your podcast, when do you have time to record it? That's why we built Riverside. See, Riverside records direct.
Jamal Crawford. Right? It's like, you know, longevity of something really matters too. Sustaining it for a long period of time is a thing, right? And it's just like, you know, youngest, and using the word youngest doesn't help your case. Don't hurt it, but it don't give you no extra points. Just like when people say Steph is the unanimous winner, MVP winner. And what is that? Doesn't give any extra points, right? It doesn't, because all the voters liked him. Cool. But there's not the Jordan you're talking about, like who voted against Jordan in any of those? We watched them years. Who voted against them, right? That says more about them than the guy who played, right? Again, Kobe years, LeBron years, Shaq years. Who else was getting votes? You know what I mean? A voter is a voter. So, you know, it's likable. Steph is likable. So, you know how stupid you would have looked voting against him? It's easy to vote against LeBron James. If LeBron James averages 40, 20, and 20 right now, he would not be he's not going to be unanimous. Someone's going to say, I don't give a fuck what he did. He's not better than Jordan. Boop, go against him. Now, what was his other take?
The other take.
Oh, this one's good.
It's about Harden and D-Wade.
Ooh.
On the matters of Harden and D-Wade, you're talking about a player that can score it, a player that can get to the free throw line, a player that can pass it out of.
And this is what I'm saying. They about to get into it. This is what got me hot, because it's like we talking about Pat fucking Beverly here. Like, now I'm thinking Pat Beverly was a real fucking hater when he went and dived for the ball against Russell Westbrook and he hit Russell Westbrook's knee and Russell Westbrook missed the playoffs that year because of him. I really think this nigga Pat Bev a hater, bro. Like, you a real hater, bro. Like, and then I felt sorry for what happened with him with his podcast and shit. But dude, he an asshole type nigga, so I don't know. We gonna see though, man.
The pick and roll. A lot of people were going under on D-Wade pick and rolls.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna front you feel me? A lot of people were letting D-Wade have that. This is him saying that that James Harden is better than D-Wade. And I want to listen to D-Wade's response, because I ain't gonna lie, D-Wade kind of turned up on Pat Bev. A little unnecessarily, but he turned up on him. All right, this is what D-Wade has to say about Pat Bev.
I don't understand how you can have a conversation about me and state facts when you're not as good as me. Pat Bev came out and just talked about me. And James, another conversation with me and James.
Like, James Harden is a better player than Dwayne Wade.
Pat just came out definitive. He was definitive. James Harden is better than Dwayne Wade. Stop. He was very definitive in his answer. And I was just sitting there like, okay, Pat, what's your facts?
Right.
To say that someone's better, or just come on and say what I personally like, the style of play that I like to see.
That's a great way to
is
say
X, Y, and Z. Don't you ever fix your mouth to say nobody is better than me when you wasn't better than me. Like, you can't do that.
Hey, my man said, don't ever fix your mouth to say that somebody's better than me when you not better than me. You ain't even in the same class to even talk to me. What are we talking about? If we in school and we talking levels, nigga, I ain't talking to you. This niggas I ain't talking to, nigga. You trash. Get the fuck on somewhere, bro. This nigga's a bum. Like, at the end of the day, Pat Beverly is an NBA player, so I can't call him a bum because he is an NBA player. He made it to the highest level, the highest professional level that you can make it to. Kudos. But to sit here and to critique somebody and say that this man don't deserve Hall of Fame status or this man is not better than this man, it's like, bro, really? That's why I'm glad Dwayne Wade said something. Like, man, Wade, pop your shit, bro. Because when you play, you was really no glaze and no dick ride. When that nigga Wade was on the court, nigga, it was niggas trying to be like Wade, and he was signing a Converse. Niggas went and got Converses because they was trying to be like Wade. Like, stop playing with niggas. And everybody took his little move when he went all the way down. He hit you with the half spin, fade away like Jordan. Like, what the fuck is these niggas talking about? Posting niggas up at 6'4", 6'3". Nigga, coming down, banging on shit. Like, y'all niggas better know Dwayne Wade disrespect would be tolerated on Chevy Rozay channel. I don't give a fuck. It's just not going. I don't care what you say. That nigga was a dog. I don't care what you say. Go ahead, talk to him.
Like, you talk about a better player, you're talking about every aspect of the game of basketball. You know how good I was at a lot of aspects of the game?
And I think D-Wade is somebody who definitely gets discredited a lot. But
and that's weird now because he's a Chicagoan.
Yeah.
he must then let Pat Bev to one of his campuses. I don't know, but
I mean, what's your thoughts? I mean, first D-Wade or James? Because you played against D-Wade, and again, I think D-Wade is somebody who
I played against D-Wade. I talked shit, made a comment about D-Wade, and had to feel I had to feel all of that in real time and for the rest of my career. I think after those comments, I think I went 3-16 against Dwayne Wade. He beat the dog shit out of me every time we matched up. What D Wade is saying is absolutely correct. And when you're talking about the game of basketball, that means there's layers to the games, right? Offense, defense, like there's a lot of layers to the game of basketball. And it's kind of like the LeBron versus certain people debates, no matter if it's Kobe or what's the name. You're talking about all around basketball players versus others, right? LeBron brings more tangible things that he can bring to the game. So if you're going to say, who am I going to draft as just a one player, you're going to go with Dwayne Wade because he covers up a lot of spots, right? If he's not scoring, he's going to turn into a lockdown defender, right? He's going to be a pass. He's going to be a rebounder. Like, there's a lot of things Dwayne Wade brings to the game of basketball. And if you can't just look at the scoring aspect from James Harden and the play, the All-Star game. I mean, not the All-Star, but the style of play, the offensive end. Right? When you're talking about Dwayne Wade, like when you talk about Anthony Edwards coming off the bench, who is he comparing him to? Dwayne Wade came off the bench because Dwayne Wade adapted. He can adapt his game to all different lineups. So if you're going to draft somebody, you're probably going to draft Dwayne Wade because he's the overall better basketball player when it comes to just all aspects of it. Now, when it comes to James Harden, when you're talking about that offensive side, that is a pure psychopath when it comes to finding ways to score. James Harden changed rules in this NBA, right? These are just different. They're different individuals and did different things, right? James Harden changed rules. James Harden invented. James Harden transcended the offensive end of basketball. He made defenders themselves figure out how to play structurally sound defense, or he was going to exploit you. Now that's James Harden, right? That is it's trying to compare two different type of machines, right? It's like building a 2K player, right? One is being built for the park and the battleground, right? And one's being built for to be in a team. Right? It's like building a 2K player, right? One is being built for the park and the battleground, right? And one's being built for to be in a team structured environment. So DWAYNE Wade is going to be considered a comp player. He's going to be a 3-and-D player, right? All right, he's going to lock up your best player. He's going to score. He's going to hit the rim. He's going to play. Like, he's going to do everything. Now, James Harden, he's going to have the 99-3, right? He's going to have the 96, 95 dribbling, right? He's going to have the 88 dunk. He ain't going to be quite 93, right? Pass is going to be, gold. Defense is going to be 56. He ain't going to have no defense on it. Right? He's only built to bust your ass. And he does it as who's a better basketball player and who's a better offensive juggernaut? Like, James Harden is competing with the best pure offensive scorer in NBA history. Two different categories, but they both can be the best at their category. If we're talking about just pure scoring, James Harden. Putting the ball in the bucket, James Harden, right? Who's going to score 60, 70? Give me James Harden. Who's going to foul a motherfucker out? Give me James Harden, right? But the DWAYNE Wade is just a whole different type of beast. It's just, you know what I mean? Am I in the desert or am I on the freeway? That's what this is. Where am I at when I need this car? So, however you're going to have them, it seems like they're both fighting for the three spot, right? It just seems like, because you got Iverson, right? And I don't know if everybody is just sold with Iverson being 4, right? It's like, okay, Iverson's 4. We can put AI.
And see where I got what did I say what my top 5 was? My top 5 was Jordan, Kobe, D-Wade, and I got Allen Iverson at 4. And the reason I got Allen Iverson at 4 because he don't have no hardware. Because I would really put Allen Iverson at 3. But it's hard to put Allen Iverson over DWAYNE Wade because DWAYNE Wade is so declarated in his championships. But if we going player to player head up, and I'm thinking about who I'm picking as my guy, I'm going Allen Iverson, right? That's just me. I'm going AI. I mean, his heart too big, his game too big. He too much of a clutch player not for me to pick Allen Iverson. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna say Allen Iverson. But if I'm going with hardware included, if I'm going career, not player. When I mean player to player, I mean one-on-one or whatever. I'm probably gonna choose AI. But if I'm going career versus career, and I'm talking about all the accolades that involved in their career, I have to put AI 4th behind a Jordan, a Kobe, a DWAYNE Wade. He has to go behind that. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to beat 6 NBA wins. It's hard to beat 5 NBA championships. It's hard to beat 3 NBA championships in the finals MVP. It's just hard to beat those decorated guards for me. So let's see what Gil got to say.
Right there, right? Even though we know, because it's one of these things, and I can tell you this. You put DWAYNE Wade over Iverson because of the championships and the dominance at the next level in the playoffs at a young age, winning finals MVP with a Shaq on your team. We do have that, right? playing with LeBron James and still be dominant, right? So we know LeBron James took away from you in your heightened years. So you gotta give him credit for that. He had to move aside to let LeBron James come over, or he would have been scoring titles himself a lot more. You know, that's why he didn't win MVP. It's when the years that he was supposed to win it, you know, LeBron came over with. But they're just two different type of players. But they're fighting for. It's like they're fighting for 3 and 5. You have Dwayne Wade over because the accomplishments he has. So if you move James Harden there, then if you move James Harden to 3, then people want to move Allen Iverson back in front of DWAYNE Wade. So it's easier to just be like, all right, just for, you don't have to like talk about it. Just, all right, put DWAYNE Wade 3, Allen Iverson 4, then James Harden 5. It makes it easier if you don't want to debate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what you're saying.
Because you get the championships on ball, you didn't win no champion. You get to do that dumb shit. And then say, oh, DWAYNE Wade, woo! Yeah, I ain't got to think. I ain't got to think. You know, but, you know, but I love debates like that. You know why? Because you're talking about top tier. You're talking about Lambo versus, Bugattis and shit like that. Cool. Those are great debates.
Right.
That we're pretending one is really an Acura.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like we're treating like the Lambo and the Bugatti. We're treating it like it's really an Acura and a Camry when we start talking shit about it. Mm-hmm. But they all top tier. Like when we're talking about the top 3 players of all time in their position. We're really trying to make one believe he's so far at the bottom, even though he's fighting for 1 or 2. Those are the funny things about debates. Like when you talk about LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, or Michael Jordan, we're pretending one is number 1 and number 2 is 5,557. He shouldn't be this nowhere near. That's the arguments of how we're doing these debates. So it's great. Now, hey, listen. When DWAYNE Wade gets mad, boy, like, you know what I mean? Like, he don't really defend himself.
No, he don't. He don't.
Like that.
He on some humble shit.
That is a stance he should have defended himself on.
Yeah, he said, first of all, Pat Bev, who are you? And then he also made
who the
claim
fuck
that,
are you, Pat?
You know, most of these people that they have in these conversations over me and all this other stuff, a lot of it had to do with health over anything. But when I was on the court, I was busting ass.
No fact.
It's a fact. That's no lie.
Well, so
I detect no lie.
That's all the players, man. That's everybody, man. Like, but listen, it's not like you're like, even if you're DWAYNE Wade, like being offended is not really. You can't, like, if you're gonna be better than me, I would. If someone's gonna say, I think James Harden is better than me, when I look at James Harden, I'd be like, well, what do you mean better than me? And I'd be like, all right, okay, 26, 25 a game, 27 a game, 29 a game, 29 a game, 30 a game, 36 a game, 34 a game, and then like, okay, goddamn, okay, at least it's him, right? At least it's someone that is pushing.
But hold on. He said that. Hold on. How I pause this? Look, he said that, right? He said that. Gilbert Arenas just said that about James Harden be better than him. But if I'm not mistaken, in that era which Gilbert Arenas played, would you not put him in that James Harden category as far as his scoring? Now remember, now listen to me. Now hear me out. Okay, hear me out. Game was a little bit different back then, right? But what I'm saying is when Gilbert Arenas, these niggas got some names. When Gilbert Arenas played for Washington, and you know, as a Cleveland Cavalier fan, being from Cleveland, we watched him. Shout out to them people in the live. Appreciate y'all. We played them for years in the playoffs. I think at least 1, maybe 2, maybe 3 years we played them first, second round in the playoffs. And Gilbert Arenas was a point guard, but he was a scoring ass point guard. Like, yeah, he had Larry Hughes on his team. He had Antoine Jameson on his team. No, this nigga Gilbert Arenas was a tank. He was about 6'2", 6'3", about 220, 210, shoulders like a tank, bro, and can shoot the bitch and was driving that bitch to the cup every time. Like, he was at a point guard averaging 30, bro. Like, that's like, I think people forget. I think because time moves so fast, people forget where some of these guys was. Like, and if it wasn't for Gilbert Arenas' knees, bro, he would have been something. Like, Gilbert Arenas, bro, was that nigga, bro. Ask the Cavs about him, bro. If he would have had some niggas with some heart on that squad, you know, oh, that could score that bitch, they would have beat us. It's just y'all ran up against a nigga named LeBron James that just was a phenomenon, a young phenomenon. But Gilbert Arenas, when it came to scoring, I'll debate anybody. He was one of the top scoring guards. Bitch was coming off the dribble, 1-4 flat, 1-4 flat, bitch, to the cup or step back 3. And he was one of the first niggas doing the Steph Curry when he hit that bitch, turn around and do this. And then his young boy, Swaggy P tried to do it and fucked it up. But I think Gilbert Arenas don't get the credit he gets because of the gun shit and how like he was a funny nigga. So I don't think he get the credit I think he don't get the credit he deserves because he was a funny nigga, like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't think he get the credit he deserved. And I think the gun shit kind of like really fucked him up. I think when he did the gun shit, that really that bagged a lot of people away from him with that when he did that gun shit. Yeah, but niggas gotta remember, y'all gotta remember who these people was. Like, I don't know if we get too far removed from things that's happening in basketball, but y'all gotta understand, bro. These guys used to be somebody, especially a nigga like Gilbert Arenas. Like, niggas sleeping on that. But we gonna move on. You know what I'm saying? To the next topic. You feel me? This one is a little bit more juicier. That last one was for my sports heads. You know, I gotta pop shit for my sports heads. You know, I gotta pop shit for my guys. This topic is a little bit more touchy, a little bit more juicier, maybe for me anyway. So recently, there's been a lot of divorces going on, a lot going on in marriage these last couple of years. You know what I'm saying? So recently, Todd and Candy has got a divorce. So it leads me to ask, like, is marriage worth it nowadays? Is that something that, you know, is that bond something that's still respected in today's, you know, era that we in now? You know what I mean? Speaking of me being one, is that something that, you know, or is the bond more, should you be more, or should we get married and get rings and go through paperwork, or should we just really just do it under church, under God, and just be cool with that? Because what happens is the financial stability that comes from it. Like, sometimes one person win way more than the other person and things of that nature. So I've used Todd and Candy, for example, because they're the most recent, they're the most popular. And they're most of the marriage that we kind of like seen on TV. And I kind of use it personally because they got me around the time I was married too. And like, you know, and same with Yandy and Medicis, even though they shit, I guess, wasn't real or however that went. I kind of use those relationships and staggered off mine or what was, you know what I'm saying? But let's see what they talking about on here. Hold on.
Housewives of Atlanta star Candy Burruss and Todd Tucker have finalized their divorce, and now we've gotten our hands on the actual, real details of who got what in their divorce. It was just yesterday that we did a longer form video on the Tube of You, so if you missed it, we gave you the full details on what's been going on with Candy and Todd's divorce, including a judge giving them partial opportunities to seal certain parts of their divorce, but not everything. TMZ got their hands on the final details of their divorce settlement, writing this: Real Housewives of Atlanta star Candy Burruss will not be paying her ex-husband Todd Tucker a dime in child or spousal support, but she will be coughing up a hefty 6-figure lump sum as a part of their divorce settlement. TMZ got their hands on the settlement.
City Boys up 1,000. Let's go.
signed by Candy and Todd. The exes wed, as you know, back in 2014
I'm
and
talking
split
shit, dog.
late last year. Per the deal, neither party will pay child support or spousal support. Candy and Todd agreed to share joint legal and physical custody of their kids. As you know, that was an issue a few weeks ago. Candy will keep the children's passports, but Todd can request them from her ahead of any international travel.
I'm not mad
In
at
regards to their actual assets, Candy will keep her 2022 Bentley SUV, Cadillac Escalade, Ford F-250, Porsche Cayenne SUV, and a 1963 Chevrolet Camaro. Todd walked away with a 2020 Mercedes G-Wagon, a 2020 Porsche 911, a 2023 Range Rover, a 1973 Ford Bronco, a 1963 Lincoln, and a Ford Transit van. That's a lot of cars.
Goddamn, Todd. hey, goddamn Todd. Hey, Todd say, shit, bitch, you want to leave? God damn it, I ain't leaving empty-handed, goddamn. Yeah, hey, Todd. Hey, who Todd lawyer? Hey, can somebody give me Todd lawyer on the phone? Yeah, damn. Hey, cuz, hey, I don't know what y'all say. Cuz made it like a bandit. He got a couple old schools. He got a little Bentley. Hey, so it makes sense. No wonder Todd been popping shit on Instagram. Ooh, city boys.
Between them. In addition, the exes agreed to sell a food truck that they owned together. The real estate divvied up between Candy and Todd were redacted in the paperwork. As we mentioned before, some of these details were sealed by the court. And Todd agreed to vacate Candy's guest home within 15 days of the parenting deal being signed. Remember, as you know, Candy claimed that Todd was essentially squatting in her Atlanta guest house, while Todd said that he only was in there because she kicked him out of their marital pad. So Candy will also pay Todd a lump sum of $426,000. The duo will split their credit card reward points. The deal says that Todd paid Candy $38,000 to satisfy the balance owed on their 2025-2026 Atlanta Hawks season tickets. Candy will keep those season tickets. Candy and Todd had been going back and forth in court over custody and support for months before hashing out this deal. You may recall there were rumors out there that Candy was going to have to pay Todd $2 million and pay for child and spousal support in the upwards of like $25,000 to $30,000 a month. Former Real Housewives of Atlanta star.
Okay, so what y'all think about that, man? That right there, that I mean, woo. I mean, you know, they got bread, so they got bread. They got some bread on there, so that's what's up, though. I think they did well. I think, yeah, I think they did cool for the most part. I kind of knew Candy was not on that. I knew Candy wasn't gonna pay that nigga no spousal or child support. I knew Candy was not on that. Candy had too much bread to let it just fall for the woo-woo. Hell no. But I hate, like I said, I hate to see them niggas get a divorce. But at the same time, though, I mean, it's like, I ain't gonna say, I mean, Ty got a couple cars out of there. Candy ain't lose too much of her fortune or her wealth. So I kind of feel like, you know, that was what y'all think, amicable, I think. I mean, you know, you seeing divorces now where a motherfucker is getting left with nada, or a motherfucker got to give up half his net worth just to get away from the bitch. You get motherfucker worth 30 million, motherfucker got to get 15 million to get away from the bitch. You know what I'm saying? God damn, you know what I'm saying? And I don't mean no disrespect when I say bitch, is how I talk. But yeah, so it's just like shit, fuck. But I think Ty should be all right. I mean, you got a couple old schools. If shit go left, you can bang a few, get back on your feet. You know what I'm saying? If I'm not mistaken, he's some type of like director or something with cameras or behind the scenes with shit. So, I mean, and he a hustler. You know what I'm saying? He was trying to make shit work. I will say this: I hated the way they treated his mom when his mother was alive. I that was some bullshit. I hated the way her mama acted towards his mom. Maybe it was reasoning behind it. I don't know. But yeah, that was a tough one. But I mean, that's what I asked y'all: is marriage worth it, man? Is it worth it to go through something? Is it better to love? Hold on, let me get on my philosopher shit. Is it better to love a thigh? No, is it better to love or not to love at all? I think that's how it go. Is it better to have loved or never to have been in love? Chevy Rozay, the philosopher. Yes, I feel like, me personally, I still champion marriage. I still think marriage is a thing. I just think nowadays you have to be more sacred. I think you should, if you got a bond with somebody, or you in love with somebody, or I mean, you in married to being married to somebody, I feel like you should have less people in your business as fucking possible. To the point, even if y'all gotta act like y'all, like not married in the public eye type shit. Like, I understand why people do that. Like, I can't remember, it's this couple in Hollywood that had been married or been together. They was never married, but they had been together for like 30 years, and they never really like outed that shit. And it was because once people get in your business and in your relationship, people got jealous people, you got, all types of shit. Once people get into it, they gonna rip it apart. You know what I'm saying? For whatever reason, it's just how that shit go, I guess. So I feel like if you because I feel like today is marriage is not being championed as it once was, right? Now it's cheating is being more celebrated than being married. Being a side chick or a nigga is more celebrated than being an actual boyfriend, good husband, and things of that nature. So that's why I say I still respect marriage, but I just feel like in today's where it's not respected. And it's like as soon as a motherfucker hear you married, he's like, shit, what's up with you? It's like, I'm about to bang on. So it just you gotta I don't know. I think keep your shit quiet. If keep your shit out of everybody way if you gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? But me personally, doing that shit. Fuck that shit. I did 12. I'm fresh out. Yes, FDO. First day out. Fuck the feds. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. But tap into the comments. Tap in because I'm popping in live tonight. So on my live stream that I'm popping in tonight, that's when we're gonna really get into it. I'm not gonna say too much today, but that's when we really gonna get into more into these topics. And on my TikTok, I'm opening up a panel to more relationship talk, to more marriage talk, relationship talk, divorce talk, more things of that nature. I've been getting comments, I've been getting DMs about why I don't talk more about that part of it. It's just the reason I personally won't talk about it right now in this light because it's still shit going on, so I still don't want to. And also, I try not to be disrespectful. At the end of the day, I'm a man, so at the end of the day, I try not to be, but people like to twist and turn my words up. So I figure with the panel that I'm doing on TikTok, it's going to be a little bit more easier for me to explain without getting so tangled up in the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But we definitely gonna tap in more with that type shit. You feel me? Because I know more people want to hear, more people want they want more advice. They want to give advice. Because the more we talk, the more we bring these circles together, the more we have these conversations. It's not just for views. It's not just for clicks. The more we have these conversations, it helps people out in their real lives. I bump into people who say, "Hey, when I seen that video and you talked about this, man, that it put something on my mind, help me figure something out." And it's just like sometimes you don't always have to be the place. Sometimes you could be the spark of the mindset. So that's why we all go through things. And in our generation, I noticed in our generation, me being 36, I noticed that we suffer through shit in the dark. We suffer through shit in the dark. Like a lot of us go in the dark and we cry, and then we come out and we act like we good. And that's not good for the mental health. That's not good for the head. So that's why I say having these open conversations, and it don't have to be your name on it. You can be anonymous. That's why I say with the TikTok, you don't have to put your face on. You don't have to do. You can just talk. And these conversations help. Me having these conversations help. Like me being able to talk to y'all on this YouTube live and on when I go live, it is more than just views, it's more than just clicks. It ain't me just trying to get on. Now, if it pop, I ain't gonna stop it, but it's more or less that I like to have these conversations, and I like to talk, and I like to hear things. I like to hear conversations back. I like to hear constructive criticism. You know what I'm saying? Because you reach when we teach, when we are trying to get better, we are trying to get somewhere. So if we can help each other get to a certain point, and help each other grow, whether that's in relationships, whether that's financial, whether that's helping out. I got one of my best friends. He been on my ass about stocks for years. He been on my ass. Hey, I've been telling you, get your pot right, motherfucker. I told you when you was going through this with blase, get your shit right. He been telling me. So now it finally clicked, and then now I ain't in it. Now I'm telling him, like, look what I got. Now he like, nigga, I ain't trying to hear that shit, motherfucker. But I'm saying all that to say, he stayed on me because I watched him bubble off something like that of these stocks. So now it's like, he was trying to pass me the game. I just wasn't trying to accept the game. I'm thinking how to make fast money. You know what I'm saying? No, I need money for tomorrow. I'm covered today. I got to make sure the money is straight for when it rain or next year, next month, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And that's the longevity of it. So that's why we had these conversations, because if we don't talk, how we know? A lot of us, we take for judgment because you are a friend or we friends that we know. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? We don't know. So that's why we want to have these open conversations, and I love you guys tapping in with me and staying in with me, man. This is what it is. This is what it is. That's enough of me talking. On to the next topic. My dog. Hold on, where it go? Where it go? I don't know. I don't think we have no technical difficulties. I'm just thinking I'm tripping. Oh, did I delete it? Well, no, I didn't. Right. So my boy Tyler Perry, my boy Tyler Perry. They say Tyler Perry pulled up with a gang of gift cards and money for TSA not getting paid. Shout out to Tyler Perry. I know we give Tyler Perry a hard time, but Tyler Perry, though, when it's time for him to put his money where his mouth is, every time Tyler Perry put his motherfucking money where his mouth is. So I definitely respect what he did, handing out. Because they said the first time he went up there, they say he came in there with duffel bags of cash. And he tried to walk in there and hand significant amounts of cash. They say, hell no, bro, you can't do that. You can't do no. Ain't that crazy that for guys who risk their lives, like, I know TSA ain't like border, like frontline police officers, but at the same TSA could be dangerous because, remember when the anthrax shit was going on, they was taking that shit home to their families and like that. So it's still a dangerous job, but I don't give a fuck what job you work. I feel like you should get paid. I think, the government, that was some bullshit. Fuck who we voted for, because at the end of the day, it was the Dems and the Republicans who can't agree on something that now these people can't get paid. It ain't just this person versus this person. You have the left and the right that can't agree on something that just won't get fucking, and these people can't get fucking paid. Like, that's just like inhumane. How dare motherfuckers go to work for days and weeks on end and can't look forward for a motherfucking paycheck because a group of people just can't agree on some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say fuck who voted for what. It was the left and the right who can't agree. You know what I'm saying? But they get you so wrapped up. They get you so fucking wrapped up on this person, or you don't like this person, and it's so individually pushed. No, it was a group of these motherfuckers who can't figure it out. But somebody like Tyler Perry, who's made buku money, who's done things, comes in and say, no, we're going to pay these motherfuckers. They even had Elon Musk. Elon Musk offered to pay something that would cost him $60,000 a week or something, whatever like that. Government told him no. But Tyler Perry actually put boots to the ground, grabbed gift cards. I think let's see what they talk about. Let's see.
Become her bureau for the last week or so, bringing us a different angle every day. Steph, I know you want to talk about these gift cards that were handed out by Tyler Perry, but also I'm curious to know what the line's looking like this morning.
Hold on, I don't think that's me, y'all. Hold on.
Of a line. It's been this way really all morning long. I mean, when we first got here around 5 a.m., there was a little bit more of folks coming in, but nothing like we've been seeing the last 2 weeks at that hour. I mean, normally when we first roll in around 4:30, 5 a.m., the line is wrapped around the airport. Some of the days it was outside along the sidewalk, but that is just not the case today. So if you're heading to the airport, it's a good day to fly out this morning. Now, we do want to mention those gift cards that are in question right now. Now, we were here last week when we first heard Tyler Perry Perry was attempting to give TSA workers here a little of relief. He was offering up some money that included some gift cards, $1,000 each, we're hearing, and those were eventually passed out. But now we're being told that these TSA agents that received these gift cards as a gift from Tyler Perry, they're now being told to return them. We were hearing from...
Ain't no way, boy. I'm going just like my nigga Duke. Ain't no way, boy. I ain't returning shit. That's some bullshit. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? You mean to tell me you niggas ain't paying me? I got my water bill due, my rent due, my lights about to get cut off, my baby mama tripping, my girlfriend tripping, my side hoe ain't acting right. And you mean to say, no, I'm just playing up. But you mean to sit here and tell me I gotta get these bitches back? Man, hell no. Nope. 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 That's some bullshit. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. That's some bullshit. I'm not, man, y'all, man, bro. And then the fact that they signed that executive order and they signed it right on in, like, no, that's bullshit. My bad. I just had to say that. That's some bullshit. That's nope.
From our sources that these agents are now receiving calls telling them to give these gift cards back. And we previously were told that Perry did go through all the necessary hoops for that these gift cards could be approved and then be distributed. We know that a lot of TSA agents all over the country, including here in Atlanta, have been dealing with some financial issues. Obviously, they haven't been getting their pay. And so this was meant to hopefully help them. We know that today, as everyone just heard, TSA agents will begin to see those paychecks starting Monday as early as today. Now, the president of the TSA union here in Georgia, he says he's already seeing some of that, those payments coming through of his pay stubs, but he says that enough is enough, and he really just wants the government and lawmakers to come together and solve this issue.
Jeff, do we know who's putting the kibosh on these gift cards? Is it Department of Homeland Security calling up their employees saying you can't accept this?
So we know there's a federal director of some sorts. We're hearing from sources that is calling this this issue to the forefront. It's still unclear. We did reach out to TSA, Dan, yesterday. We reached out again this morning, just reaching out for a comment, some clarification as to what exactly the issue is and why it's kind of a take-back situation right now. Still waiting to hear back.
Money this weekend. They may have already spent it, and you couldn't blame them going this long without a paycheck either. Seth, thank you so much for your reporting this morning.
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? That's some bullshit. That's some bullshit. That ain't right. That ain't right. That ain't right. That ain't how you do that, man. You don't do that like that. I ain't gonna hold you. That ain't right. That ain't nope. That ain't right. Because if he went through all the necessary channels, I'm not gonna make it racial. Y'all gonna be proud of me. I feel like if it was somebody else did that shit, wouldn't have been a problem. But I think the fact of who it was, but I ain't gonna start no shit this morning. I ain't even gonna do it. Nope. I ain't even gonna go that way because I'm just saying, man, my lips are dry. So. Let me know in the chat. My lips are dry shit. But anyway, yeah, I ain't even gonna do it. No, because I don't get that, man. It's been over a month, I think, that these people ain't got paid. And he did that in Atlanta, but shit, what about the rest of the fucking country? Like she said, you know what I'm saying? Like that shit bad, cuz that shit bad. That shit ain't right. That shit ain't right. Nope, that shit ain't right at all. Hey, oh my bad, y'all. Some shit in my ear. My bad. And some other shit was playing in my ear though. But anyways, as far as that go, I wanted to sit here and I wanted to talk about this goddamn Floyd Mayweather too. This motherfucking Floyd Mayweather and him coming out of retirement and doing all these fights. They keep saying he going broke. Cam Newton had an interesting take on it. I wanted to look at it because I was just thinking like, oh damn, we've been going for 54 minutes, man. Shout out to everybody who's been in and out the live, who tapping in. Shout out to y'all, man. I appreciate it, man. I just figured we just gonna keep going, man. We gonna keep talking about some shit. Like I figure I missed y'all. I hope y'all miss me, man. I missed y'all. I miss popping shit. You know what I'm saying? Chevy Talks, baby. You know what I'm saying? Chevy Talks. Let's get to it, man. Thank you all for continuing to tap in, man. Y'all make me do the main on, man. Make me cry, man. You know what I'm saying? That shit crazy, bro. You feel me? Y'all gonna make a nigga cry. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, back to what I was saying with this nigga, man. Floyd coming out and fighting. Cam had an interesting take on it on his show. Let's see if I can pull it up.
Flamboyant and flashy with a lot of his money, and it almost seemed like impossible. Even if he lost a lot of it, how can he actually go broke? Well, no, he lost $8 million on a house in Vegas, $54 million in loans. Another house of his just got foreclosed on. What? He sold his plane. Logan Paul says he owes him like $1.2 million. He also owes Dubai royalty money. He's underwater with the IRS. He's not going to garner a lot of sympathy from people because of the way he acted in the way he.
Press pause right there, Peggy. I'm not going to make or use this platform to crucify or to dispel anything that somebody else has already said. I hope it's not true.
I hope it's not true.
Because what Floyd Mayweather has meant to so many athletes, no matter if you boxed or not, it was just always greatness.
Yeah.
From Pretty Boy Floyd to Money Mayweather, it don't matter who he identified himself to be. My question comes as I look at his career, I don't want to talk about the earnings because that's not something that I want to point out. I don't even want to talk about the splurging because he gave off this lifestyle that was not realistic for a lot of people to obtain.
Yes.
My question is, why hasn't he ever aligned with a brand? Or let's flip it. Why hasn't a brand ever aligned with him? I'll give you an example.
Yeah.
So when you think about box,
before he get into that, I always thought that too. I was like, damn, why Floyd don't have a Nike deal or a Reebok deal or like some type of deal? I always felt like for him to be in the top athlete and the focus he had, like how Kobe was synonymous with Nike toward the end of his career, and like you know, certain guys had brand deals. Even Pacquiao was, even if they don't have a signature brand deal, is there's they got Nikes behind them, like with Pacquiao with Nike and certain things. So I just never understood why Mayweather never got with like a Nike, because I could see him being a Nike athlete. Like everything about him to me screams Nike athlete. So I just never understood. Maybe he thought he was bigger than the program. But I never understood why he aligned and stuff like that. Because me being a kid of the culture, when Rockefeller was doing their thing with Rockaware and having those clothing lines, when you bought those threads, you felt like you was one of the guys. I felt like when I had on state property with the Scully, with the matching, you know what I'm saying? Boom, boom. I felt like I was State P in one of the movies, you feel me, with the Butters. You couldn't tell me shit, you feel me? So I just feel like be culturally like, damn, why you never had a brand? I mean, I think that's what make Jordan so great, right? Because everybody had a pair of Jordans, and on that court, nigga, it was times you really felt like you was Mike out there. That's the aura of it, right? That's the brand of it. So I just never understood why you didn't have one.
Okay.
Names that come to fruition come to mention is Oscar De La Hoya.
Yep.
Oscar De La Hoya is the face or the owner, creator, CEO of Golden Boy Promotions. Well, Mayweather Promotions, not a lot of people have aligned with that. You got Devin Haney that has spoke bitter.
And for the record, I love Cam Newton as a football player. I hate the way this nigga dressed, bro. He irritates my motherfucking soul. I believe everybody got their own swag, bro. I swear, everybody got their own, and I understand that. And I'm not trying to sit here and say like I'm suave, but I don't think I do bad myself. But anyway, bro, do you see what the fuck he got on, bro? You got on a jersey, a hat, a button down, probably a t-shirt and a beater, and it's all tucked in with those pants. And ain't he in Atlanta? When is it ever that cold in Atlanta? I'm from Cleveland, so excuse me for being a little weather biased.
Bitterness to him. You had Javante Davis who spoke bitterness to him. So it's like, hold on. Well,
it just don't.
Why don't you make no fucking
sense?
You only promote your fights. That's not a scalable thing.
Yeah.
Because even Oscar De La Hoya knew, Al Heyman knew, and all promoters knew. I just can't make money when I'm making money.
Correct. When I'm up for a fight.
You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's one. Another a fighter, Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
Conor McGregor has a line with this lavish lifestyle too, but his investments hit with one fight with Floyd. Proper 12. He grew that to its greatness and sold a lot of his shares. What I do here or read the reports. I'm like, why hasn't nobody ever aligned with Floyd? Keep going.
Yeah.
When you see a guy like Canelo Alvarez,
Yeah.
every time you see Canelo, it's always this gentleman.
Mm-hmm.
Wears the suits, right? Similar to Conor.
Yeah.
Wears these, illustrious outfits with it in weigh-ins and different, photo shoots leading up into it. When you see a fighter have brand alignment impact,
Mm-hmm.
Canelo Alvarez is one of those individuals that brands align with. And that's not to say that Floyd Mayweather has not had the Hublots or the exotic, extravagant brands to align with him. Correct. Just for his fights. It's just afterwards. We're talking about the greatest fighter.
For the big, small, short, tall. For the thinkers and the doers. For old friends. Coca-Cola. For everyone.
Of our generation.
Yeah. And comparably all time.
All time.
Yeah.
The last one I will give you is Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah.
Before Manny Pacquiao had certain remarks that were said, he had a long-standing relationship with Nike. And you were to ask yourself, it's like, yo, bro, this is the greatest fighter ever. Why wouldn't a Nike? Why wouldn't an Under Armour, a Puma, or Adidas ever last?
Yeah, that's a layup.
Second, his like, yo, you got a lifetime contract with us because of your, like, when you think about greatness, Tiger Woods, Jordan, like we already listed them to a degree earlier. But now it's like Floyd Mayweather should easily.
You undefeated.
Bro, you have an O on the right side of your record.
Yeah.
And you talking about the O that's in the middle of the letter or the word broke. Heck no. So all in all, I'm saying to myself, how is it that the most decorated fighter of my lifetime struggling now? It was, speculative that he had $500,000 a day splurges.
Yeah.
Is that sustainable? He had multiple business ventures that failed. He had the lifestyle with multiple women and different things that like, bro, I get it. But dang, and let this be a message to all athletes. And I'm not trying to rag on Floyd because I still have so much respect for Floyd. Every time I see Floyd, it's like, yo, like he one of the ones.
Yeah.
Because contrary to whatever it is, he's still a great fighter.
Mm-hmm.
But yet, we got to do better with our money.
Yeah.
How? We have to put ourselves on a realistic longevity plan that even though you got the money fast, you can't keep spending it fast.
But who do you trust? How do you trust when, and I'm not saying his background, but if you're not used to money, don't have money in our community, who do you trust? How do you trust? How do you go about finding somebody to put you on a budget to do that? Because
that B word right there, budget. Even in the midst of the height of your career, budget. That's not to say that you can't have certain things, budget.
Because a lot of people look at budget as a bad thing.
No.
Like, oh, you broke because you're on a budget.
No. Balling on a
budget.
No, heck no. Budget says to you, okay, when you are getting excessive. Above all, this is what you can spend and what you can't spend. That's not to say even if you do spend what you can't spend, you're going to make it back. You can't make it a regular thing of what you can't spend because you got money coming in.
Correct.
Like for me, I always budgeted my earnings because I knew on Tuesday we was going to get paid regardless. That's not to say that I didn't have $500,000 splurging days, $100,000 splurging days, $200,000 splurging days, $1,000 splurging days. But the days after that, I knew I needed to chill.
Yeah.
I knew I already got what I want. I got the car. I got the house. I'm not really big in the jewelry. You never seen me have flashing jewelry on. Like that wasn't my thing.
Yeah.
My thing was being able to live a lifestyle that I'm comfortable with.
Yeah.
I can eat wherever I want to eat. I can travel where I don't need to just fly private. That's not important to me. I need to get there safe.
Yeah.
Huh?
That's
It don't matter
important.
if I'm flying in a first class flight or driving an Uber X
Yeah.
or Uber Pool. Just get me that safe.
Yeah.
Because I ain't never seen a hearse attached with a U-Haul.
That's facts.
Penske, Ryder. Never.
Never.
Just get me there safe.
Yeah.
So I can spend the money and experience something that now what I was doing makes all the sense.
That's
but if you don't
fact.
put yourself in that budget, bro, it's only a matter of time.
Don't put yourself on that budget, bruh. It's just a matter of motherfucking time. Oh, man, I appreciate y'all kicking it with me, tapping in. You feel me? We had a good time today. I will be back live tonight. Cover a little bit more ground, a little more things. I just wanted to put one out there to let y'all know I'm back. We doing our thing. Man, I appreciate y'all. We went 1 hour and 5 minutes today. Thanks to everybody who tapped into the live. Thanks for everybody who hit the comment section, who was texting me while I was on live. Appreciate y'all, man. We're going to be back later on tonight.